Hello colleagues, this is Gary Hanna, Parkland Teachers Local 10 President. On behalf of the EPC, we've decided to put together a small, quick tutorial for you today. This tutorial will allow you to use your HSA account to get back some of the premiums that you pay every month on your paycheck, and we're going to show you how to do that right now. Alright, so let's get started with the tutorial. So colleagues, you're going to need two different websites. The first one is Parkland School Division website. You need to go to the Employee Tools section, and we're going to open up the Employee Self-Serve. So we need to look at our paychecks, and so I'm going to use my most recent paycheck. I'm going to blur some stuff out because you don't need to see all my details, because we're going to look at three very specific things on our paychecks in terms of the premiums that we're responsible for paying and that we can use our HSA account in order to get back. So I'm going to come up to earning statements, and it's going to pop up for me. So I'm going to pick our latest pay stub, and that happens to be the October 31st pay stub. So we're going to open that up in the broker site. And so here is our payroll voucher, and we're going to look specifically over here in the deductions, and we're going to look at three different things. We're going to look at EHC, extended healthcare, dental, and vision. Those are the big three that we're going to be using. And so once we have that available, we're going to go over to our ASEBP official site, and we're going to log in. So I'm going to log in, so using your login credentials. And so I'm going to blur that out, but I'm going to hit that, and that's going to allow me to get into the ASEBP site. And so the opening page that you're going to come to offers some very interesting things for you to take a look at. So the first thing is right up here in this blue rectangle at the very top, it's going to give you the amount of balance that you have for the current year. So everybody's going to be different. Some people are going to have more money, some people are going to have less money. Typically our employer puts about $67 a month into our HSA account, which brings us just under $800 for the year. As you can see, I've only got about 2 months worth that has been deposited in there, and the reason is that you can have a carryover from the 2015-2016 years, so you can have more than $800 here in your balance, and you only have a certain amount of time in order to access that. So usually I tell colleagues that before Christmas is probably a good idea to submit any of the HSA claims that you might have going back from last year. So if you have any receipts from the spring or in the summertime for glasses, prescriptions, whatever you used, this would be a very good time in order to do that now. But what we're going to be talking about today is for the current year. So we're going to be dealing with HSA claims for this current year, and there's a couple options that we have for this. One of the things that's changed for us this year in HSA is that before September 1st of this year, when you submitted a claim into your HSA account, we would be paid out every quarter. That has now changed. So starting September 1st of this year, basically you get your money almost immediately. So right down here they talk about that. So the health spending account just got better. So instead of paying out every quarter, you're now getting it every 2 business days. So if you submitted today, basically you would have that money before the weekend. So that's kind of an improvement. It's good, helps out the membership, helps out teachers a lot. So I really applaud the move by ASEBP to kind of get within the 21st century and make our account a little bit more useful for us. The other cool thing on this first page that pops up is this orange rectangle for usage summary. And so it provides the coverage that you have, and this goes down for family members as well. So you can change within your family those people that are covered, but they cover things that are really cool like acupuncture, chiropractic, massage, physiotherapy, and your vision. So if you have members of your family that are using glasses, this basically tells them how much over a 24-hour period for vision they have available still for getting glasses or contacts or repairs to those if they need so. So it's really nice to have this little summary there that you can go down and you can check for each of your family members. But again, we're not going to be using that today. This tutorial is all about getting access to your premiums and adding that into your HSA account. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the HSA pull-down menu, and we're going to go to this Submit an HSA Expense page. So once that pops up for me, it's going to provide me some information and details that I can now submit an expense into my HSA account. Now this can be done for anything. If you have a prescription, again, if you've got a massage receipt or physiotherapy, you can add all of this. So of course we're going to have to make sure we're doing everything legal and you've read the fine print, and I understand that, so I'm going to just click I understand. And so this brings us to the very first page, and I'm just going to get rid of that for a minute. And so this is where we submit our HSA expenses. So this little orange box is the one that we're going to click in order to put that expense in. Down here again is our available credits and the amount that we have submitted. So for this year I have submitted nothing, and so I'm going to change that now. So I'm going to click on Add HSA Expense. Now that's going to bring up this little white rectangular box, pull down menu, and there's some specific areas that we need to go to. So we're going to come over here to select a category, and we're going to go all the way down near the bottom, and it says Premiums and General, and that's the one that we're going to pick. We're going to do the service date. I'm going to use November 1st. My name, so I'm going to just plug in my name. Now again, it knows me, so I just plugged in my first letter of my name, and I pop up, so I'm just going to claim that. And then the amount. So how do we know the amount that we need to claim? Well, we're going to have to do a little bit of math. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to our paycheck stub, and we're going to look at those three things again. So we have EHC is the first one. So I'm going to pull that up. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to pull up my calculator, and I am going to submit this amount right here, $20.13. So $20.13. Now I could do this for a month, I can do this for 2 months, 3 months. What I'm going to show you today though is something that I do and have done in the past, and that is I submit it once per year. So that's 12 months. So I'm going to take this amount of 2013 and I'm going to multiply it by 12. That means that I'm going to submit the amount of $241.56. So I'm going to go back to Submit HSA Expense and plug in that number. So I'm going to grab my calculator again. So there it is, $241.56. So $241.56. And then in your expense details, this is where you need to tell HSA, well, what is that money from? So for me, this was extended healthcare. So I'm going to hit capital E, and almost immediately, because I've done this before, EHC premium shows up. So I'm going to click that. I have all of my information filled in. So all I have to do now is hit continue. And we're going to go back to the main screen for the submission, and we'll see what happens there. So here we go. Right here in this little rectangle here, it shows me that that thing that I just put in, the submission for the premium, has showed up. So premiums general, me, $241.56. They haven't paid me anything yet because it's going to take a couple days. And if I made a mistake in my math, I can always go back and edit it. I can change the date. I can change the type of expense category it is. But everything so far seems fine, so I'm going to move on to our next one. So our next one is our dental. So I'm going to go back to my broker, and under dental, $14.78 is what I pay per month. So again, I'm going to put that in my calculator. So I'm going to get rid of that amount. So $14.78. And again, I'm going to use the year, so times 12 is going to give me $177.36. So I'm going to go back to my HSA account again, and I'm going to fill in all the details. So again, I'm going to go down to Premiums General. I'm going to use November 1st as my date. Again, my name, so it's nice, it just pops up for me. And again, oh, I've forgotten the amount, so let me grab my calculator, $177.36. So $177.36, plug that in. Again, this time it's dental, so I'm going to plug in a D for dental. You notice that nothing really is shown up here for premium, so I'm going to continue. And then if I go a little bit further in terms of the word dental, suddenly dental premiums show up for me. Again, if you've never submitted a dental premium before, you're going to have to write out the full thing and then submit that. So I'm just going to click that. I have all my information in there, so I'm going to hit continue. And then when we go back to our main screen for our HSA submissions, it's going to show up again. So here they are right here. Premiums general, $177.36. Again, I can edit this if I want. This one is the dental premium. It tells me that. So we have one more to add. So again, I'm going to add my HSA expense. I'm going to go back up to my broker. And the last one that I'm going to put in is right here, and that's vision. Now, it's not a lot of money. It's only $2.13, but I can still submit it. It's still, enough to buy some dinner, a little bit of groceries. So I'm going to plug that in. So I've got $2.13. Again, I'm going to use my 12 months. So I'm going to times that by 12. And I get $25.56. So I'm going to go back to my MIT HSA account. Again, under category, I'm going to go all the way down back to general premiums. Service date, again, is November 1st. My name, real easy. And again, this is where I'm going to put in the amount. So again, the amount was $25.56. So let me do that. So $25.56. And again, expense details. Now this is vision. So again, I'm going to start with the V. And there, because I've submitted it, it pops up again, vision premium. I've got all my boxes filled in. I hit continue. And when I go back to my main screen, I will have all three now and a grand total. So here's my three that we submitted, EHC premium, your dental premium, and your vision premium, for a grand total of $444.48. Now remember, our HSA account total for the year is only just under $800. So just by adding these three premiums, I'm getting almost about 60% of the money in our HSA account back, and I can use this money for anything I want to. I can use it to go for a holiday, for spring break. I can use it to buy a gym membership. It's my money to spend. It's part of the benefits that your EPC fought very, very hard for. That's available to all teachers within Parkland School Division. So again, I hope this tutorial helped you. Please share this with as many teachers in your school as you can. Make them aware that this is available for them, because many of our teachers don't know that they can claim the premiums on their pay stubs, and it's going to add a little bit of money into your account, which is, more money is always helpful. So again, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it made sense. I hope it helped you, and if you have any feedback, I would be happy to hear any feedback from you. Please email the local office anytime, phone the local office, talk to your EPC members, come to a local council meeting, talk to your school reps. Let us know anything that we can help you out with. This is just one of the few things that we try to do for our members. And I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.